Hello and welcome to another modeling video. This is Alan from the Man at YouTube with another model video. Today reviewing and testing the Foreverlily gravity feed single action portable cordless airbrush and the cheapest current airbrush system. The box contains instructions, basic stats, text that is far too small to read, poorly worded, no images, no useful information. In the blister pack, we have a partial electroplated alloy plastic airbrush, 2 plastic cups, plastic compressor, and USB cable. The compressor has an on button, USB port, 900 milliamps, 6 watts. About the same as other brands and models, and a 7mm thread. Not compatible with the 1/8 inch hose fittings, about 10mm. Remove the air valve and the inner thread is 7mm, compatible with all major airbrushes. No capability for double action. The trigger does not have a hole that goes through to the air inputs, more on the unusual assembly. With the USB A to C cable, any phone charger or computer outlet will suffice. Charging is significantly longer than operation time of 30 minutes. This is standard, though this cheaper unit does operate while charging, so it can be connected to a power bank at all times. On the surface, the airbrush looks like a standard double action gravity feed with a removable cup and needle stopper with a magenta band. The trigger does not push down. With 2 transparent cups, 10 and 30mm that threads in, and thick walls with a friction fit cap. Dismantling was simple enough. The threads were incredibly tight and needed to be loosened with a small set of jewelry pliers. The reassembly behind the trigger is incredibly standard. 3-part shank sheath and spring, articulated joint to a tongue leaning on the trigger, hollowed to allow a needle to pass. Everything from the trigger and beyond is very innovative and unusual. First, we have this easy installation 0.3 nozzle. It's thicker than normal, very long with a washer at the rear. At first it seems to be a fantastic design choice as it's easy to install and place, but as parts are not available with the damage tearing of the nozzle, this airbrush will not be usable. Just install in the needle cap crown and then screw into the main body. No wrench or thread damage. Again, rear assembly is easy. The tongue goes into the trigger hole, slides in, spring, sheath, and screw all the way down. With no valve hole, the trigger can go immediately into where there's a little ball slot after pulling the assembly backwards. The needle slides throughout the assembly with no resistance, including trigger and nozzle. Screw on the needle nut and a quick test that the assembly works. Slide on and screw in the rear cover. Screw onto the compressor. The airbrush works with a decent pressure, air constantly flowing as soon as the on button is triggered. The trigger only controlling paint flow. We'll be testing with lacquer solvent paint, normally found in hobby and automotive products. The flow and atomization with the spoon test is incredibly smooth. An estimated air pressure of 10 or less psi. With the fine line test, fine and medium lines are very smooth and easy to apply. The closer to the surface, the better. As I start to pull back, it seems to splutter. So this assembly really favors close and uptight spraying. The gradients and general shading struggled quite a bit. Changing colours and cleaning is standard to any other airbrush. First by reclaiming the paint and wiping out the cup dry and with some thinner. Remove the needle and wipe that down as well. Add thinner. Put your finger up against the crown tip, pull the trigger back and do the jet bubble technique to clean out and flush with thinner. It seems the heat from the solvent is fogging up the nice transparent plastic, which is unfortunate because aesthetically I love it, and worse, the thread is starting to get soft and disintegrate from single use. You can get an aluminium 5mm cup for some strange reason that is threaded instead of friction fit. It's a standard thread fit to other no-name generic airbrushes. This is incredibly cheap. the cheapest on the internet that I can find. Very well designed, easy to operate, clean, dismantle. Even the crown cap doesn't get dirty from spraying due to how shallow and cylindrical it is. The negatives: the cup is no good. The nozzle is useless once split, though this could be changed by being made available as a consumable part if more popular, and that it's only single action use. I would personally recommend passing on this, as full steel bodied ones are far more standardized and will live longer. This is fantastic for casuals, beginners, or those with very limited budgets. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content, and we'll catch you guys next time. See ya.